You're watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the May 4th meeting of the LaPorte County Alcoholic Beverage Commission. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Okay, are we ready? Yep, ready. Okay, good morning. Let the record reflect, this is a meeting of the LaPorte County Alcoholic Beverage Board this 4th day of May 2023 at 10 a.m. The members of this board, number 2 are, I'm Lisa Daniel King.
Ron Schaefer, LaPorte County.
Matt Sikorsky, LaPorte County.
Michelle Trevor, State Excise Police.
Good morning.
That's Jeff.
Will all persons here are there any remonstrators?
Are you a remonstrator, sir?
No, nobody here.
Okay.
Remonstrate.
Will all persons here seeking a new permit, requesting a change of location or ownership, or seeking a renewal after a violation stand and raise your right hand? Okay. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the answers that you gave on your application or any testimony you give to any of the questions asked by the board will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Okay. You can sit, yeah, thank you. Automatic renewals for board number 2 this morning. I have license number RC 4604121, doing business PRCU Club. And I have license number RR 4629675, doing business as Lucky's Bar.
Let's table Lucky's Bar since Josh is here and we can ask some questions before we approve renewal on that one.
Okay.
So I'll just make the motion for the PRCU at this point.
Second.
Okay. I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, renewal granted. All right. Josh, you're here for license number RR 4606509, doing business as JJ Side Out.
Yes.
Would you mind coming up and having a seat in front of us, please?
Absolutely.
And state your full name, please.
Joshua Brandt Montemare.
Good morning.
Hi.
All right, so this is renewal after a violation. You guys received a violation in June of 22 for sale without a permit.
Mm-hmm.
You had been operating for about a month on an expired permit and retail to retail purchasing. On that same date, you received a notice of warning for public nuisance, to wit, drugs.
Yes.
So, do you want to tell the board what is going on?
Well, so, I mean, obviously we are all aware of COVID and kind of financials and things and the strains, and so we kind of got behind a little bit on our taxes and just tried to, fingers crossed, hope that I would make it through before that became a thing, and it did, and we answered up to it and paid our fine, and, you know, obviously we're trying our best to continue as a business. It doesn't make it right, but yeah, we were hoping that we would be able to get our taxes situated prior to, and we were unable to. However, I believe it was like less than maybe a week. I borrowed some money from a friend. I didn't want to, but I did, and I made the payments and renewed the licensing as quick as I could have. So.
Okay, so you knowingly operated for a month on expired permit?
Yeah.
Okay. The ATC had sent you a hearing notice about that, and you didn't reply to the letter by July 21st of 22. So they scheduled you for a hearing on September 12th of 22, and you guys failed to appear for that. So they scheduled a show cause hearing in December.
Correct.
Okay, so at which point I think you had, who was your attorney? Had an attorney come in for you?
Down south, we have Jeff McKean.
Jeff McKean, okay.
Law firm.
So your attorney at the order to show cause hearing, basically saying, show cause why we shouldn't revoke your permit. He threw a Hail Mary,
Yes.
I think the day of the hearing, and you guys paid a $2,000 fine.
Correct.
So, I guess tell us then why you get a violation in June. Like you said, you had already been struggling. We've been caught. Why just ignore it? I mean, you think it's just going to go away? You're willing to lose the bar? What? I mean,
No, by no means. Kenny, speaking with her, and she had said that we had time, and just again, it's just getting caught up financially. It's a lot of things. I mean, it's a mom and pop thing. We're not a big conglomerate where we have a big bank and we can just do whatever we want. Trying to keep people on staff and trying to keep up with. I just the other day, I mean, we had $2,300 go out for a freezer that went out. Like, it's like not. There's just no tree I can just grab from and be like, things are great and we're good. It's a lot of a lot of extra that you don't expect, and so I would say that things are better than they have been in past. We finally found some consistent cooks and consistent staff. And obviously those are things that help you pay your bills. And so we delayed because again financially we just couldn't come out of the slump. And I think that obviously, as time is going to progress, I mean, we're getting better. We're getting known for our food and, more consistency with the community, and it's starting to grow. So, I mean, that's the pot. There's no excuse, honestly. I'm not going to sugarcoat any of it. I mean, we just needed to be better. And, we were lucky that we do have a connection down in Indianapolis that we were able to, pay the fines and fees and get everything situated with that. So I mean, it's again, no excuse. We have to be better as a company and continue to grow. And
how long have you owned the bar now?
we've been there since 2012.
Okay.
I think we've had for the most part, pretty minimal, issues with that.
Okay.
We did switch over to family dining probably 5 or 6 years ago, and
Has that been good?
That's a struggle because the bar, drinking, smoking, hanging out, that's what people want to do more. The family dining, when you got your competition is Buffalo Wild Wings, things like that, where people they're advertising on TVs for next to no cost. So for me to advertise, it's a lot of money, and but yeah, it's taken a long time for it to finally catch on as family dining goes. And being a better part of the community, and not being, not saying that being the bar business is a bad deal. It's just, it took a long time to get to that point. And, even now we still struggle, but again, no excuse that we have to be better. So.
Tell us about the drugs.
That employee was actually let go. Did not know that was a thing. I came in, they were in the ashtray, and I was like, questioning the situation because I'm like, I don't understand why this would be going on here, and I don't know if it was her or wasn't her, but we didn't want to continue on that path, and again, trying to be better for community. She was on her break, I guess, to my knowledge, and went out back, and it's again unacceptable that she did that, and she got caught, and that's that. And when you get caught, it's
Immediate.
Yeah, you can't really. I can't make that better, what he caught or saw or heard, or, I wasn't there. But when I did find out all the information, reviewed some tapes and things, and she came forth of it, and that was kind of the thing. There's really I don't condone it, obviously.
Do you remember in 2018 for receiving a warning for the exact same thing?
I do. Again, I can't control what people, not.
Ooh, not a good answer.
Well,
you gotta control it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And plenty of other business owners are controlling it.
Absolutely. No, I agree with you. We need to be, all I can say is that we can do better.
And you also received a violation in 2018 for retail-to-retail purchasing. So you just turned around and did the same thing 4 years later, knowing it's a violation of the law. And you did it anyway.
Absolutely. no excuse, there's nothing, I'm not sure what, beyond saying that we have to be better, that we have to do the right things, with the violations, obviously we paid our fines, to remedy those things, and,
What have you done to make it better? With your employees, have you done any kind of implemented new training or
as far as the nuisance or the...
well, all of it? What steps are you taking to make yourself?
Not a lot. I'm there more prevalently. It's well known that it's not supposed to happen on the property in that regard. I know that you go there now, there's no remnants of things that, would say that, hey, you're doing this, we don't...
Zero tolerance.
Zero tolerance. Again, like once I found out the girl had done it, because we had our prior issues, is, hey, this is not acceptable, and, if you want to do it, go to your car, you go home, and do it before you come in, just don't make it a known thing. As far as the fines and penalties and the retail to retail or even operating without a license, it's a tough business. I think that we, as we grow, we finally are starting to gain traction, like I said, with the community, where we're seeing better profits and doing more consistent specials for food that are drawing crowds in. So.
Couple things I hear you say. Starting to grow. You've had it for 11 years.
As a smoking bar, I've had it as a non-smoking bar for about 5. So.
Still 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had violations in 13, 14, 15, 18. I think in 18, 19, you were dealing with the Mickey's thing at that time, trying to run that establishment at the same time, which is maybe why there was a little lull. And now we have violations again in 22. And then the other thing, so it just, we're starting to, we're past the starting point. Starting is 2-3 years, we're way past starting. The other thing I hear you say is, okay, bartender, you want to do that, go to your car and do it at home, whatever. You're not saying don't come to work after smoking, you're just saying don't do it here.
I maybe should we be drug testing? I'm trying to wrap my head around how I understand. Like, I don't know what you do behind your closed doors. I'm not saying that I condone it, but ultimately, I guess yes. Under the influence is obviously unacceptable. We don't allow our bartenders to drink. On shift, we don't allow the drugs to happen on property. Those aren't things that we condone at all. And so when we do find these issues, obviously I don't say go to your car, I apologize for that, maybe, or even being under the influence. It's not a thing. It's not something we condone or push to see by any means. I don't say go to your car. I'm just saying.
Well, I didn't hear you say they're not allowed to come to work high. When somebody's high.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And you're not telling me, oh, yeah, we're sending them home if they come in high. Yeah. It's like that's an option. They can do that.
Yeah, if it's a noticeable situation.
As long as they're not doing it there.
No, absolutely not. If it's a visible signs of intoxication from marijuana, obviously we would not condone those situations.
When you say she, is it the same woman?
From the previous?
The smoking the marijuana. It happened twice, you said.
Oh, no, this was a different employee. And the other employee is actually no longer with us, too. So.
You ever hear firing somebody that's putting your license in danger?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we did. So.
You did what?
Fired. Or
both of them?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, tell us, you still have Wabash, Sharon?
We are getting ready to start it right now. Since COVID, we kind of got screwed up by one of the employees, kind of messed us up, with saying she was open and she wasn't open. She knew that it took me 30 minutes to get there, and on my way out there, and she would kind of close reopen, when I left.
That hasn't been open for years.
It hasn't been open for about a year and a half, 2 years, yeah.
Yeah, years. What's going on with Lucky's? Are you taking over Lucky's bar now too?
Well, we're yes.
Okay.
On a
You think
land
that's a wise
contract?
choice?
I'm in a better spot in my head, I think, that I can do a very good job with it. Actually, we have done a great job with it so far. We changed it around. I'm readily available more consistently. We're making it into like a pool hall concept, more getting away from obviously a lot of the stigma of what that place was.
The state took Mickey's away from you. How are you going to run a second place? You already lost the second place once.
The state took Mickey's from us kind of on a... I wouldn't say that was wholeheartedly my fault, but it was my fault. No, I'm not going to dwell on the idea of it, but I have grown from that moment, I would say, on the basis that what happened with that bar, partly having the individual leave the establishment and then get hit by a train, wasn't, obviously that's not something that we don't overserve people with the intent of harm. But as far as, this is, it's a positive, based on it. Man, I need like water.
Sorry. Why not focus on Wabash Tavern instead of trying to take on something else? Why take on something else when you just have a bar that's sitting?
I would say that the Wabash is, because the Wabash is something that I think we're probably going to be exploring the option of doing like a lease option and kind of relinquishing ourselves from that. I'm not from there. I'm not from North Liberty, so I don't really know a lot of people out there. So it's for me, it's cost. Driving back and forth. It's an hour round trip. But once I renew everything and get everything in motion, then I want to explore the option of leasing it out.
How about selling?
Perfect. Anybody buying it?
Even better than leasing.
I would love to sell that one, and not because I don't want to do it, but it's like I said, I'm not from there. It's an hour away. I'm from LaPorte. I've been here all my life, except for the time I was gone for a little bit. I like LaPorte a lot more. Know a lot of people here, and it's helped us grow as far as more of a positive for the community.
I don't think a public nuisance location is too positive for the community, to be honest with you.
I understand that. Well, yeah. And we have procedures in place to not encourage that, not condone it. Obviously once we caught the incident, it was remediated within a timely fashion.
Questions? Comments?
So with Mickey's, or no, not Mickey's, with Lucky's, how are you buying that right now? Is that under a land contract, or are you just a manager of it?
I'm the manager. My father owns the building.
Your father owns the building?
Yeah, I just operate,
Okay. So there's a manager's question here.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. So should we make a motion on Lucky's to give a 1 year, see how it goes, or
Yeah, we can do that.
instead of the 2?
I'll second that.
Okay. I guess I made the motion, didn't I?
Sounds like
Okay.
it to me.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so we're renewing Lucky's Bar for 1 year. Okay.
There's a transfer, I don't know, in place. It's actually Monty's Pool Hall.
Okay.
You've already submitted that?
Yes.
So do we still do the renewal? Okay. All right. We'll hear that then when it comes in front of us. So you'll be back when that comes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, what's your recommendation with the JJ's renewal? I'm asking you.
I know, but technically I'm not even supposed to make the motions.
Okay.
I did for the PRCU because I wanted to separate the two, but.
Okay.
All I can say is that we are doing good for the community. I mean, you've seen it. You've stepped in a few different times. We support charities. I mean, I'm not a negative. I've never tried to be. I don't have a long, ongoing criminal past of negativity. I try to stick pretty straight and narrow.
I will say, I've been in there and you've had the trivia night and had a good response with that.
Mm-hmm.
And you've also had, is it bingo?
Mm-hmm. We do bingo every other
And
Tuesday.
the community seems to really like that.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to help,
Mm-hmm.
but, you know.
But you can't sit here and say, I don't have a criminal past history. You do. 2013, 2014, 2015, 2018, 2020. That is history of violations
I'm
of
not
the law.
personal. I understand what you're, yes.
If you were before Board 1, I wouldn't give you one break because you haven't demonstrated anything positive here. You're buying booze outside of where you're supposed to, and you know it. You've got people that are smoking marijuana in your area, and you ignore the correspondence from the state time and time again. What's positive with you? Nothing.
I'm gonna make a motion that we deny the renewal for JJ's.
How does that work?
I'll second that, actually.
How does that work?
Matt's making a recommendation for denial. I seconded it. So now if you want to, we can do a roll call vote, or you can call for vote. So then the initial vote is for denial, so you either vote for that or you vote against it.
Okay,
Do you understand?
I do.
Okay.
I understand.
It's just it's the opposite of what we're voting on.
Okay, so there's a motion on the table to deny the JJ's renewal. And I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
You got two people
Call
that
for
haven't
opposed.
voted yet.
Opposed?
I opposed.
How are you voting?
Can you put stipulations on it? Nothing?
Can I see you in a year? I mean, I promise I'm not. That's okay. Oh, God.
We can do a 1-year renewal only, but Matt made the motion for denial and I seconded it. So,
And there's 3 for denying.
no, there's only 2 for denying right now and 1
One
for.
opposed.
And,
Yeah. Okay, so what if it ties? Well, no, I'm trying to learn.
this is only a recommendation to the state.
And then the state reviews
You're not
everything.
closing Josh down today.
Okay.
You're not closing him down in 3 months. You don't know what the state's going to do. You're only making a recommendation to the state.
Okay.
They have to review, so I log the votes. Denied, in favor, whatever your vote is. I log the votes and send it down. They review it and decide what they want to do.
Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna oppose.
Okay. Okay, so just so we're clear, the board voted 2-2 to approve or deny, however you want to look at it, glass half full, glass half empty, your permit today. So, like I said, this is just a recommendation to the state. It will go down to the state. They will either uphold our recommendation. Well, they're not going to uphold it or deny it because it's split vote. So they're going to have to decide what they want to do. So they will either approve it or deny it. They will notify you by mail as to what they're going to do. When does your permit expire now?
Should have been May 14th.
Okay. Do you have a letter of extension then?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're good until August probably?
somewhere in there.
Okay. All right, so you will just basically continue to operate business as usual on your letter of extension until this is resolved. And then if it goes longer than August, you may have to get a new letter of extension. But
Okay.
questions for me on the process?
Never really been. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I
Okay,
don't know if I have any questions.
all right. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good.
And then I will make a motion to approve the Board 2 April minutes as written.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. That is all for Board 2, so we are adjourned at, what time?
10:26.
10:26.
Okay, now as board number 1, and we have several automatic renewals. The automatic renewals we have are Les and Pearls, which is located in Union Mills. We have Leeds Public House, located in Michigan City. We have the Ritz Club, located in Michigan City. We have, it's a grocery store renewal in Michigan City on Highway 12. I have a India House automatic renewal, and that's all of the automatic renewals.
One on the back.
Oh, yes, ma'am, you're right. So on the back is also an automatic renewal from the Michigan City Moose Loyal Order of the Moose, located on Walnuts Road. Do I have a motion on those automatic renewals?
Motion approved.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. Also, we have it's Max Grub and Go. The number is DL4632092, which is located in Michigan City. Are we having a hearing on that today?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, what is your name?
My name is Max. I'm a manager there.
What's your last name?
Singh, S-I-N-G-H.
Okay, you the owner?
Amarpreet, A-M-A-R.
Just manager?
I'm a manager there.
Okay.
Yes.
This has a pending I know. This has a pending violation, and a fine that was recommended for $1,000 hasn't been paid.
It's been paid for.
I just checked it on yesterday and it wasn't paid.
And I know I did send the check. Give me 1 second. Let me check in my Dropbox.
Yeah, because we cannot hear the renewal until that is paid.
Give me just 1 minute.
Okay.
Let me see if I can grab the file.
Even if you can show me a photo of a check, that doesn't mean it was mailed to the state. I can't do anything with it.
Okay. All right. So that's all. Like I have to pay $1,000.
That's what the notice they sent you was.
Yeah, and back in it's been like 2-3 months, you know, and I did mail the check too. And
Well, you need to contact the ATC and find out what the problem is then, because it's still showing that
It's
has
not
not
paid.
been paid.
okay,
Yep. So we'll have to continue this until June, and then you'll have to come back in June. June 1st is the next hearing date, same time, same place. And then just make sure, because I just checked the computer yesterday to verify that if they had received the check and they had not. So I would contact them and make sure, tell them what date, find that and then tell them what date you mailed it, and
yeah, and that's strange to me.
yeah.
That's something,
Yep. So, yeah, we'll continue it till June 1st, and then we'll just see you back here then.
And just applications.
While you're looking for that, the last one on the list, RR 4601558 Blackhawk Inn, that will have to be continued to June 1st as well, because they do have a new pending violation.
Okay.
So,
And then we don't need motions on that, we've already just rescheduling them.
yep.
Okay, that's all we have for board number one, and
Motion to approve the minutes.
yes, I was just gonna say.
I'll second.
A motion for the minutes. If everybody's read them, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you. See you in June.
Yeah. I will make sure like they receive the payment and all that.
Okay, yep.
Thank
Yep,
you.
if you can do that before the June meeting, that'd be great.
Oh yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, meeting is adjourned.
Yeah, I know. But